Hello everybody. Today I want to talk about CRM basics. So, what is the BNTouch used for? Well, there's several things that you can use BNTouch for. Basically, one of them is to manage your borrowers. When I say that, I'm saying to stay in touch. You can also manage your realtors and other partners that are participants in the loans. So staying in touch with your partners and your clients through the database management is basically a way for you to start a client as a lead, move them to a prospect, they become an application, they go in processing, they eventually go to funded, and even sometimes just follow up. Hopefully never canceled, but as we know, that can be the case. So your borrower database is specifically for prospective clients, current clients, and past or closed borrowers. And your database for your realtors or your partners is specifically for your partners. So anybody who participates in a mortgage transaction with you. Having a place to keep track of your conversations and your communications, such as email, your voice messages that you've left, and that even date stamps and puts a time on in the record, that's truly helpful to your business. It helps the top producer's life be a whole lot easier. CRM allows you to communicate in many ways, before, during, and after transactions, via email, SMS, which are texts, through the app, and through the portal. You can stay in touch with everyone through marketing, especially if you build campaigns or utilize the pre-built campaigns that you can find in Content Exchange. The best way to save yourself time is with the BNTouch CRM automation. So there's a few different ways that you can use BNTouch. So are you one to fully learn everything that BNTouch offers by taking advantage of the trainings and the videos? Are you able to really use the full CRM and embrace every tool that BNTouch gives you with your subscriptions? That makes perfectly good sense, but are you in charge of your time truly? Spend the time that you have every day learning everything that you can and actually invest in your future. The outcome and the benefits in doing so long-term will save you time. But if you don't learn and actually put those tools to use, will you really see the benefit or the results? Well, for some users, the answer can still be yes. You can download the BNTouch app to your phone or your tablet and take it with you on the road. You can set up your background marketing and literally you'll be able to set it and forget it. So here's your mortgages tab. As you know, your loans can be in any one of these marketing sequences. So your borrower records will be in the mortgages database. Your partners, of course, would be in the separated database. Business card collected, interested, active, or preferred partner. We also have a vendor tab and friends and family so that you can put your records into the right marketing sequences. So while you're on the road, if you have the BNTouch app downloaded, you can literally do your work on the road. You can add clients while you're out in the field. That way, you're being able to stay in touch with people while you're on the road. You have access to their telephone numbers, to their email addresses, and as campaigns are actually sending out to your clients and when your loans are in processing, you are being communicated with too through the CRM. We know that when you're on the road, you like to build relationships face-to-face. So everyone you meet is entered into the BNTouch CRM, and then if you have automated rules built into your marketing campaigns, which are also known as triggers, that will start the qualified campaigns for those records and drip on them, as well as sending out the holiday greetings and the monthly newsletters. That keeps you top of mind with your clients and partners on an ongoing basis. So we're talking about our marketing campaigns, and in your CRM you will find that you have many options for marketing. You have holiday campaigns, you have time change reminders, you have a newsletter, you have in-processing campaigns, you have campaigns that go out to your partners, you have campaigns that, literally stay in touch with your clients and your, past clients and your partners all throughout the rest of your time when you are with BNTouch. There's partner marketing, new lead campaigns, all kinds of campaigns that you can set up with automation, some of which is very easy to find in the Content Exchange, which is here. It's a public library of campaigns that are available. And you can also take full advantage of learning how to build campaigns from scratch. Of course, you will find that we have plenty of already existing videos that are there for your understanding and for your use, and there will be additional ones entered into the BNTouch CRM for you as well. So in addition to using your marketing and keeping up with clients in that manner, you can also set tasks to be completed by yourself or your colleagues. You can set those tasks within your BNTouch records so that you're reminded of things that need to be done with your clients during the time that they're in different loan stages. That's keeping you constantly on track, and you'll never forget to make calls. You'll also be staying in touch with your partners and keeping yourself on track as well of things that you need to be doing. Those tasks can be set up within a record, or they can be built into a campaign. Now in BNTouch, I want to take you back to the dashboard. And on the dashboard, there's a lot of different functions, of course, that help to keep you on task when you're using your BNTouch CRM. Of course, we have a calendar. The calendar is very simple to work with, and you can find that you can add a task here on the calendar. You can see all of your tasks, pending tasks. You can, show your calendar in many different ways. Set it up with the agenda. Of course, that would show everything that is a task for you on that day. And you can scroll forward, you can scroll backward, any way that you want to see what is going on your calendar at any given time. So there's your daily calendar. We have our main tabs that are at the top of the CRM. You'll notice you're under the dashboard tab now. And you have your mortgages, partnerships, marketing. You may, in fact, see a recruiting tab if that's something that you need to utilize. Just ask your BNTouch rep, and we will put that into your CRM for you. Another database that helps you to market to prospective employees if you're doing any kind of recruiting. And then we also have a reports tab and an options tab. In addition to those main tabs, we have a search feature that you can search for people by name. You can search for your partners. There's a lot of ways that you can search for a lot of different things. You can look for specific campaigns, and you can just, keep that search available to utilize at any given time. Of course, you can always click on the search button within each one of the databases, and you can find records that way. Adding a record in BNTouch, there's many different ways that you can get your records into BNTouch. Of course, you can manually add a record one by one. In order to do that for your mortgages, you click on the plus button of the Mortgages tab. In order to add a record for your partners, you click on the plus button for your partners. That's a simple way of adding one record at a time. But that's not necessarily always going to be the best bet. Sometimes you will want to take a spreadsheet that you have. That spreadsheet can contain your borrowers from the past, perhaps your funded clients. It could contain leads that you have maybe never really even taken much time to contact. It could be a list of leads that a real estate agent gives you. Of course, that spreadsheet, it's going to be in Excel format. It's also going to be saved as a .csv. That's the format that you'll need to utilize in order to import that spreadsheet. You're going to import the spreadsheet under your Options tab, and then you'll notice under Options have number 7, which is Import. So simply that's all you're going to do if you want to upload a spreadsheet of data into BNTouch. Now make sure that you know that you have two separated databases. So you can't just work with one spreadsheet and put all the data, whether it be partners or mortgage clients, together and import it, because then you'll have a problem. But with two separated spreadsheets, then simply uploading or importing that data through the BNTouch Options tab, number 7 for imports, is very, very simple. We also can help you to develop a web form, and by creating a web form, let's see, where is that? That would be Web Forms Manager. By creating a web form, you can quickly have the fields that you would want to have somebody enter within the web form, which goes into the BNTouch CRM simply by entering the information into your form and hitting the submit button. That's an easy way to get data into the BNTouch CRM. So that web form can be put into a website. It can be on a signature page. It can be basically anywhere. You can send it out to someone and just say, here, fill in this information. But I'm sure many of you have already had your data captured by a web form that if you will be searching through, maybe just say through on the internet, and you find something of interest and you want to subscribe to it, and it says click here, you click in there and it asks for your name and your email address and other various bits of information, and when you submit it, then it goes into something like a BNTouch CRM, and then they immediately have your information and they start marketing to you. So that's a good way for you to get data into BNTouch also. Another way for you to consider is if you have certain loan origination softwares, we do have a sync available to you. That way you can connect the BNTouch CRM via sync to your loan origination software, and that data can be continually going back and forth. It doesn't go back and forth from BNTouch to the LOS, but what I'm saying is the communication tool goes back and forth, and it's constantly looking for change or for new files in your loan origination software. That, of course, can bring that data into BNTouch also. So if that's an option available for you, that's a quick and easy way to get data and have data continually communicating into BNTouch. There's one other way that you can actually get data into BNTouch. When you're in a mortgage record, you can actually take that data and you can share it by, let's see, simply being here in your mortgage information tab, and after you have a file name inserted in this box, you can save that to a Fannie Mae 3.2. Once you've done that, that Fannie Mae 3.2 information will be in a place on your computer where you've saved it, maybe to your desktop or your downloads, and then you can actually go into your loan origination software and import from that Fannie Mae 3.2. Now you can also go the opposite direction. So say, for instance, you want to take data out of your loan origination software. You save it as a Fannie Mae 3.2, come into BNTouch and simply add just the name of this person that you're going to bring that record into BNTouch for, put in the loan origination file name from your LOS, and then you come in and you'll actually be under the contact information tab. And at that point, you can come in here and you can import from Fannie Mae. So that's a really easy way to get all that data into BNTouch. So there's two different ways you can import and export using the Fannie Mae 3.2 feature. Now, let's see here. When you're in your mortgage tab, as we will be when we get outside of a client record, there's a lot of things that you'll want to understand. So within a record in BNTouch, you have many, many fields. So under the Contact Information tab is all the fields for the borrower information. Borrower, co-borrower, telephone number, email address, and such. So those would be basically contact information. And then when you come over here into the Mortgage Information tab, each one of these areas of BNTouch does expand and does close down. So as you'll notice right here, when I open them up, the information that you will be able to have into the record would be anything that you would also have into your 1003. So information about their mortgage, what is the purpose of their loan, say we're going to do a purchase, the type of the loan will be, let's set this up to be an FHA. Here's your loan amount. And then the loan program, you type in the information as to which program you've selected for your borrower. And as you can see, each one of these areas is a field in BNTouch, like it is a field in your 1003. So I want to take you over here and have you notice the tracker. So the tracker is constantly keeping track of everything that's going on within this record. So you can see when the record was created, you'll be able to add events. You can do a quick add, so where if you just said you left a voice message for the borrower, quickly add that, and as you see that it does, date stamp, and keep track of the time. So you can keep track of just general information. I mean, I know that I need documents before the file can be sent to processing. So today, what I did for this borrower is I went under my Documents tab here, and I added some of the conditions or some of the documents that are needed before this file can be submitted to my processor. I set a due date. This is the day that I requested them, and as those conditions are received, then I can delete them out of here. You will notice up here it says that there's going to be a reminder sent every 3 days to this borrower. And the 3 days is set up by going here under Change. And actually when you click on Change, what it is doing is it's taking you to the Options tab, and it allows you to come over here, and as you can see under these client reminders, you can set this differently. If you don't want to have them get a reminder every 3 days, of course every 2 or every 5, however many days you want to set that up for, you can do that. Make sure you save the changes. All right, so when you're working with your client and you want to pay attention to what's going on, you have your tracker, and you also have some other information over here. If you notice that currently I have this closed down, this is called the latest. This shows you everything that has happened recently within the CRM, not within this client record so much, but what is going on throughout the day, what has happened recently in the CRM, to keep track for you to notice the different things that are happening. Sometimes a lot of things happen automatically, and you can keep track of what is the latest that has happened in your CRM every day. Personally, I don't like to see that all the time, so if I was working in my BNTouch CRM, I would probably want to keep the screen full of just anything that is pertaining to the record that I'm in. But hey, at any given time, you can come in and see what has been going on throughout the day. So we have the tracker. Participants, I want to show you how easy it is to take your mortgage records and add a participant. So simply you will, if you know who the buying agent is, you click on the select. You'll enter into the box here either the partner's first or last name, and when you've done that, then it will set that partner up to be a participant within that mortgage transaction. So you want to always make sure that you have your participants linked. The reason why you'll want to do that is so that when your files are in processing, those participants are being notified of certain statuses that are happening or milestones that have been reached throughout the mortgage process. So you want to keep your participants in the CRM. Obviously, you first have to enter them as a record, but once they're in there, linking them to the mortgage transaction is a very simple thing to do. And if you have that loan origination sync with BNTouch from your LOS to BNTouch, that data, the participants, can actually be transferred in so that you don't even have to add those records. So that's another time saver if you have the ability to have that feature. And I wanted to show you how you can create tasks for yourself when you're within a client record. So creating a task when you're in a client record is going to be specific to that record. So if I wanted to create a task, I simply click on the Add Task button. Here you see the same thing as what you would see if you were to add a calendaring event. But again, this is a much, much better way of keeping you in tune with which borrowers you need to do certain functions for as the loans are being processed. So there's two ways of setting up tasks. One can be within a campaign. So when a client is put onto a campaign, and throughout that campaign, say for instance it might be a 45-day campaign, and on day one there's a task for you that tells you that on this day you need to do a certain task or create, do something within your day with that borrower record. And then let's just say on day 5 within that campaign, there's another task that is for you, the loan originator, so that you have an opportunity to remember something specifically that needs to happen on day 5 for this client. So setting up tasks in a campaign and then putting the record or the client onto that campaign is really a great way of setting up automation for yourself. So say, for instance, you have something that goes on in every single loan transaction that you do, and you want to put the client on that when the client starts as a lead. No matter which marketing sequence they're in, you can set up certain tasks within campaigns to remind you at certain times to even take a client off of one campaign and put them on another. So there's so many ways that you can utilize tasks. But tasks are a great feature also, because if you create a task and if you don't mark it as being done, canceled, or rescheduled, then what you'll find happening is that it will show up on your dashboard, and it is going to show up as a missed task, which is really a nice feature, because if you forget to do something, if it was on your calendar for a specific day, well, you don't remember it because you don't see yesterday's calendar. But you will see that missed task, and on my CRM I keep it at the very top because I want to see anything that's a missed task as I log in. The first thing that I see is that bold type. If I had any missed tasks on here, you would see them. But it's bold and it's red, and it obviously reminds you of something that you forgot to do. So using tasks as a campaign or using tasks within a client record is really a great feature, helps you with automation and helps to keep you on task. It's easy to forget when you're busy to do something that you didn't want to forget to do. And then you can also start campaigns for your clients. There's a couple ways that you can start a campaign. Say, for instance, you just wanted to, start them on a particular campaign. You would be in your mortgage clients record, or of course you can be in the partnerships record. Let's just say I wanted to put these 2 people onto a campaign. It's so easy just to click on the Start Stop Campaign button and find the campaign that you want to put them on. Let's just say it's a new lead campaign, and simply hit the Start button. Once I've done that, of course, it's a set it and forget it. But the easiest thing for you to do, obviously, instead of having to start your campaigns manually, is to set those campaigns up with automated rules. And an automated rule is simply a trigger that tells the system, based upon where your record is, which database, which marketing sequence, and various other different triggers that you can put on. So if it's a first-time home buyer and you have them in a group for first-time home buyer, and the trigger is set for that campaign that any time somebody is in the group for first-time home buyer, they might be a lead, they might be a prospect, whichever marketing sequence you set that trigger for, that campaign will automatically start for your record. So setting up triggers and automated rules is the best way to work with BNTouch. That way you can be out in the field. It's more of a set it and forget it. Sure, it might take a little bit of time to get all those campaigns set up and to build your triggers and to set those automated rules. But remember, nothing good happens without a little bit of work behind it. So every day, take a few minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, however much time that you can take, but schedule time in your day every day to work on your BNTouch CRM. Just a little bit will go a long ways, believe me. And you'll become a top producer in no time, because the CRM is really meant to help you to stay in touch and to keep on track with your database. Now, we do have some reports in BNTouch. You can obviously see that there's a Reports tab. So you can come into the Reports tab. You'll see all the different types of reports that are available to you. But I wanted to first take you to the Options tab again. And I want to go to number 9, which is your Alerts and Notifications area. So you can set reminders for certain reports to come to you. And we do have a daily digest. It does show all of your tasks, gives you a reminder of things that are going on that day. So that daily digest is sent out at 7 o'clock Eastern time every day for everyone who has a check mark in this box. So if you're not receiving a daily digest through BNTouch every day, go ahead, go to your Options tab and number 9 and make sure you put a check mark there. We have a daily extended processing report. Again, that one's sent out every day at 10 o'clock Eastern. And then a daily requested documents report. Ah, what is that? Well, if you've requested documents from your clients and they're going to be receiving that automatic reminder if you set that up. Of course, you have to make sure that you set that up down here so that that reminder does happen every day, that you're on the day that you want that reminder to go out, 3 days later, 5 days later, whatever. But you're also going to get a daily requested documents report to remind you of the documents that are still outstanding and those documents that you need to get back from your clients. And then you'll also be able to set up for yourself a weekly marketing status report. Now that just comes out once a week. And what that does is that shows the different marketing campaigns that you have, and it talks about the differences between last week and this week in those marketing campaigns. You'll find it to kind of be helpful in noticing the changes that have gone on throughout the week with your marketing. So take a look at that, and remember you have to come and put the check marks over here in order for that to work for you. Then again, back to the reports tab. Each one of the reports that we provide to you is pretty well described here, so we won't go too into detail, but don't forget to utilize it. And then one other quick little feature is your R. This little R, what does that mean? That's a recent records little tab. So if I've been in a record recently and I want to get back to it quickly, it's a very simple way of getting around your BNTouch CRM. So don't forget to utilize the tracker. You can add events, keep track of details for yourself, and everything that does happen through the BNTouch CRM. When their birthday card goes out, when their campaigns are going out, those things are kept within the tracker, so you can keep track of everything within your client's records so that you can then quickly see at a glance what has happened most recently. So that's about it. That talks about how to utilize your BNTouch CRM, and really what are the basics of the BNTouch CRM. We're going to have some additional videos for you. This one's just covering the basics. We're going to get down to the nuts and bolts of some use of BNTouch. So stay tuned and take a look at some of those other videos. And we do want to say that we're so glad that you're our clients, and we want to be here to help you to love the BNTouch CRM. So don't hesitate to ask if you have questions, but really, look at those videos, and as you have 5, 10, 15 minutes every day, go in and just work on your BNTouch CRM a little bit. You'll find again that just a little bit goes a long ways. So thanks again. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.